So a couple of days ago, Kotaku released an article about how GTA Online has a lot of abandoned game modes. And I quote, "The problem, paradoxically enough, is an overdurance of content. GTA Online has a huge variety of things to do, including missions, races, heists, and deathmatches. When the game first launched, the variety was great, but the game has gotten only even bigger. Now, after 4 years and dozens of updates, GTA Online almost feels too big and empty. The player base has spread out across too many jobs and events, making it hard to play anything but the latest new thing." After digging around in the game and on the internet, I came up with this content tally of what's inside the game. And then they list that there are 109 contact missions, of which 5 were removed in update 1.27, 83 death matches, 41 last team standings, 77 stunt races, 9 survivals, 45 parachuting missions, 33 version missions, and 45 or more adversary modes. So that makes a total of playable missions and events 583 plus. That is a lot of stuff you can play. However, that's not even including all the biker activities, the CEO missions, the heists, the public events, the user created races, the Rockstar verified jobs, and there's even more than that as well. You got the bunkers, you got a whole bunch of things you can do even outside of those actual game modes. And the main focus lately when it comes to adding new content, when it comes to game modes, has been adversary modes. It really has been, because if you look back at all the older adversary modes, no one is really playing those anymore because, number one, people are way too focused on how much money it's making. If it has double cash on it, there's a lot of people playing it. If there's no double cash on it, good luck trying to find an adversary mode because no one is trying to play that. It's the same way with if there's double cash on missions, everyone is going to start playing missions. Races, same thing. The list goes on. The way the player base is moved these days is by the money motive. It's not about, hey, that's a fun game mode. And I think fundamentally that's what's wrong with GTA Online's player base. Everyone is too focused on making money. And that's not only the fault of the player base itself. No, because obviously there is a lot of expensive stuff in GTA Online, and a lot of people out there don't have, for example, the 21 million that I have, or the tens of millions that some of my other friends and crew members have as well. So there's a lot of casual players out there who are following the money basically, which is at its core the issue with GTA Online's game modes. There is a lot of stuff to play, but there's not enough incentive to play those game modes. This is personally why I think that even adding something like, let's say for example, some challenges to game modes, like for example, win 10 death matches, win 10 races, win 10 of this, and then basically make like kind of like a list of that. Make weekly objectives, for example, give cash bonuses to that. With that way, you're spreading out the player base, rewarding people for trying out new things, rather than saying, hey, there's double cash on this new adversary mode that you're going to play for a week because there's double cash, and after that, we're just going to abandon it because, once again, there is no double cash on it anymore, so never mind. See, the event weeks are a wonderful addition to GTA Online. I really do think they bring life into the game and they keep the game alive. Every week there's a new vehicle available, which means that people can go out and purchase them if they want to, use it on the track or whatever. And then sometimes there's also a new adversary mode. It keeps the game alive. Drip feeding, you know, at its core, is a very double-edged sword. We touched on it before, but I do feel like a lot of these game modes, if you look at this list that was shared by Kotaku, survivals, no one is playing those. Parachuting missions, no one is playing those. Versus missions, no one is playing those. Adversary modes, there are 45 of them. I think 2 of them still get played, because there's double cash on them currently. Last team standings, the only thing that people are playing are snipers versus stunters. Death matches is still relatively getting played, but unfortunately it's all infected by tryhard helmet boys who are using nothing but RPGs. Unless you're on PC. PC deathmatches are a lot of fun. I highly recommend that if you can run GTA 5 on PC and you do like playing GTA Online deathmatches, go play them on there. Keyboard and mouse with GTA Online is a lot of fun to play. Contact missions, they get played pretty often still. Same with the thing with the heist. If you're trying to find a random job, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna find a heist that is either Prison Break or Prison Break, because for some bizarre reason people have still not got past Prison Break after 3 years of this heist stuff being out. Yeah, I know. The article also suggests that removing game modes and putting them into rotation rather than having them there permanently would be a way to fix this, which I personally think is a bit of a dual-edged sword, because there are going to be moments within the game where you're going to be like, hey, I'd like to play this and this again, or you want to kind of go back into memory lane. I feel like that it's not going to magically happen that suddenly all kinds of game modes are going to be more populated, because I think at this point there's so much content in GTA Online, and let's be real, most of the time people are playing in free mode or races anyway, because the focus for GTA Online can be pretty much summarized in 3 different ways: free mode, racing, and adversary modes. Those are the 3 focuses of Rockstar, I guess, for GTA Online. Adversary modes are proven to be very popular within the community and the player base, and also races, of course, is still races. That's why there's still so many cars being released every single week. If there's a new adversary mode out there, they're gonna hop onto the new adversary mode and leave the old one for what it was, because typically I feel that adversary modes kind of lack a bit of depth, if that makes sense, and there's always this one thing wrong with it. So I don't think I want to call them throwaway modes, but I guess in a way that's kind of the way the community and or player base is kind of treating them as well, which in a way is a shame, but it makes sense at the same time. So let's take an example in stunt races. You finish a stunt race, and then after that stunt race you get to the voting for a next race. This race is always will be a stunt race. It's not going to be like a transform race or anything like that. Sometimes you do get that, but if you want to play something else or just a regular race, you're going to have to refresh. No one ever presses the refresh button because they joined 4 races. There's not really an incentive to start playing something else after a race, which is fine, but isn't at the same time, because you're gonna keep everyone, I guess, in that same bubble, if that makes sense. Everyone is going to stick to racing, which is fine, but if you're trying to mix it up a little bit, which is not really the case, you're going to have to exit out of the racing lobby, then try to search the thing you're looking for, and by the time you've done that, you're probably already like 5 to 10 minutes later. And most of the time I personally like, okay, you know, have to load for this, have to load for that. I've had moments within the PC deathmatch search, I guess you could call it, where I couldn't find anything, and at that point it's like, oh, that's a shame then. Well, never mind, I'm not gonna bother playing anymore, because loading times in GTA Online are obviously a thing as well. So that's one of the things that I really hope that are gonna improve within Red Dead Redemption 2's online multiplayer as well, because reducing loading times is more than likely gonna help people get out of free mode and also incentivize them more to play some more other game modes rather than just stick in the free mode, because there are no loading times. But with all that said and done, thank you so very much for watching. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all later.